So I'm with Richard Thompson, who is the VP for Innovation with Smiths Detection, Sortbat. Welcome to ICBR 2025. This is the first time we've had the pleasure of welcoming you. Start by giving us the scope of Smiths Detection Sortbat, will you?
Absolutely. So we are involved in the sorting of batteries. So you hear a lot about the recycling and about the collection, and there's a vital part almost in between the two to facilitate, which is sorting them into something that a recycler can use and drive the efficiency there. So our background, as many of you who travel will realize, is in predominantly X-ray technology around the aviation and other security segments. So if you fly through an airport, you often see our stuff. We've got 35 plus years of experience in X-rays, and we see a really important part for this technology, along with AI and other technologies, to actually optimize the sorting of batteries and therefore make operations a lot more efficient for the complete circular economy.
Why was it important for you to be at ICBR 2025?
So we've been working on it for a couple of years, but this is a bit of a milestone in our journey in terms of the formal announcement of our collaboration together with Sortbat, which is obviously one of Europe's leading battery sorting companies. So they really understand the market and the dynamics. We've come at it more from the perspective of what we can add on top of that expertise. So from a technology aspect, for delivering these large systems, for having a global presence in terms of both the promotion of the systems, but also the servicing and the aftermarket of them. We've been working up until this point, and ICBR 25 is where we are now able to go to the market and announce that we are ready to go. We actually have a system in operation in Belgium at the moment. So we're ready. It's not that we're waiting for the development. It's been running for a number of years.
And does that mean that you see the most potential in Europe currently?
Yeah, so the extended producer responsibilities and so on, and the legislation, there is obviously a focus on legislation, and that's more mature in Europe than it is in other areas. But we're seeing all around the world. Just listening to some of the presentations in the plenary session earlier today about India, about Australia, about the US's role, Canada's role, and so on. So we're effectively following the demand inevitably as we go to market. But the first customers are likely to be sort of quite close to home, as it were, in Western Europe. Yes.
Okay. What profile of companies are you particularly hoping to meet here in Venice?
So that's a good question. Obviously something we're very interested in as we look to develop the business. So if you actually look into battery sorting, it really varies country by country. And in certain countries, we've been speaking with recycling organizations who want to take responsibility for getting a better feedstock into their systems. So they could be potential customers. But equally, the PROs in each country, which is, they're there to help the battery manufacturers and so on. They are also potential customers in terms of influencing the whole market. So it's yet undefined. It seems to be quite varied from country to country, but it could be the recycler and it could be the PRO. That's broadly where we're finding most of the interest.
So to end, why should customers come and work with Smiths Detection Sortbat?
So we look to have the best throughput on the market. We can deal with the most chemistries. We can deal with batteries in all the different types and formats. And we've got, there's a healthy level of competition, I would say, but we believe they're at the front of the curve at the moment in terms of the multi-sensors, so optical, laser, plus of course X-ray, and then layer on top of that AI to try and get the best identification of batteries. And that means that you're looking at sort of 98-99% reliability of correct sorting of the batteries, which is going to be massively useful to the recycling organisation. So we want to be the leader, obviously, and I think with our heritage and sort of pedigree we've got of playing that vital role in determining threats in the security situation, we are in a very good position to apply that technology to this application.
Okay, well, lots of luck with that, and also I wish you lots of good contacts at the conference. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.